Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for taking time to tune in. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this interview that Snoop Dogg did when he criticized WAP, Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. So he made some really valid points. Also, he has gotten a lot of backlash from it. So I definitely wanted to hear what your thoughts and opinions were about that. As you guys already know, Snoop Dogg, he is a legend, and honestly, he's ancient. Like, who does not love Snoop? Like, come on, he is ancient. I'm gonna give you guys the details on that, so definitely stay tuned, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So during a recent interview that Snoop did, he said, quote unquote, slow down, let's have some imagination, let's have some privacy, some intimacy. Snoop Dogg suggested that Cardi B should slow down and have some privacy. And this was in response to her hit WAP, as we know, with Meg Thee Stallion, and just how over sexualized it was. Now, a lot of people loved it, but there was also a lot of people who found it extremely explicit, extremely sexual. Now, for those who know about Snoop Dogg, he's definitely no stranger to sexual lyrics himself, and he said a woman's sexuality is their pride and possession, which shouldn't be shared with the world. That's your jewel, and you should hold on to that. That should be a possession that no one gets to know until they know about it. And that's definitely interesting coming from him, but I'm kind of glad actually that it comes from someone like him, someone in that industry, someone in that scene. He did get a lot of backlash from it, and he did later on acknowledge that there was some type of hypocrisy, and he did admit that when he was younger, he would have been with the WAP movement. He also confessed that he probably would have done a remix and probably jumped on the track. But now that he's older, he stated, I love it that they are expressing themselves and they are doing their thing. I just don't want it to be where young girls feel like they can express themselves like that without even knowing that they are a jewel and that they hold on to. I mean, for one, you guys, I've spoken about a little bit about the WAP video. You guys already know it's not my scene. I definitely do feel like it is definitely explicit. I mean, in your private room, you could be doing the WAP dance and, you could be pumping up that tune. But I definitely do feel like it is problematic for our young generation. I think even though something is a movement, and even though, yes, we understand that sex sells, and the reason why it made Billboard and it hit #1 is because that is what is in people's minds. That's what people want, and they essentially are giving people what they want. I think it's very difficult for artists nowadays because there is so much control over what they put out there. It's like even if they wanted to put clean music, it won't sell as much as this type of music would sell. So I suppose maybe there isn't that liberation, or there isn't that freedom to put out what you want to put out, because essentially you are tied down and there is a lot more control than perhaps we know about. But I definitely feel where he is coming from, and I think it echoes a lot more, and I think it holds a lot more value coming from someone like him who has been in the industry. He has admitted that, what, if I was younger, 100%. And I suppose with age and experience, you kind of feel like being there, done that, wore the t-shirt, and there is a lot more important things to a person. There needs to be a lot more depth to you, and there needs to be a lot more about you than your WAP. The fact that these females are putting out these messages, whether it's to insinuate a level of liberation or sexual liberation, I think we are so aware now that social media is a form of education, and this is what we are educating our younger kids, our younger girls and our younger boys, and this is what we are. This is the seed that we are planting in them. This is what we are educating them. So essentially it's like, is this really what we want to be programming in people's minds? Now, off of the back of that, Offset came, okay, he came in support of his wife, he came to defend his wife, and you know, he always does the most when it comes to his woman. And he said he loves Snoop, but she grown. He says, I don't get in female business. I hate when men do that. I don't do that. It's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That's the #1 record. Anybody can say what they want to say. That's a 6-time platinum in 3 or 4 months. It wasn't that bad because it went to #1. I get what he's saying, but at the same time, it went to #1 because this is the movement. This is what people are being educated to desire. Like, this is what is in people's mindset. Do you get what I mean? Like, so of course it's gonna go to #1. He also wanted to say how men need to support women more. I mean, which I agree. But I'm just kind of thinking, is it because it's your woman? You know what I mean? It's like, we all know you're supporting your woman because you got a lot of work to do. But I do rate him for how much he supports her, but I wonder why. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Are you for that type of music? Are you here for the WAP? What are your thoughts on women empowerment in that sense? Because essentially that's what Offset was saying. You know, there's a lot of women empowerment right now, and I definitely do agree that the females are killing it right now. But I kind of feel like the females, they are killing it because you can see how much they're grinding. Like, you can see how hard they are working. I kind of feel like, I'm not sure whether they feel like strong enough to do what they want to do. Do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like they're doing what they feel like they have to do to keep themselves in the game, which is music like this. Like, it's very rare to hear females rap clean. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's gonna be about their body, it's gonna be about this, it's gonna be crude, like, it's gonna be sexualized. So I wonder if they feel like if they don't do that, they will still be heard. I mean, I definitely give it to the females. Like, I do 100% feel like the females are definitely doing it. It's great to see, but at the same time, at what expense? Do you get it? But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please obviously stick around and hit that subscribe button.